Hello everybody and a very good evening. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. I nearly said good morning then. See, like how out of kilter I am today. I have been in today just before I get the messages, you know, in the start of the show going, oh, look at you, hashtag slacker, only doing one show. I was over on QVC Extra earlier on with Sarah here in the UK, and we had a great time over there. If you caught us, if you popped in and saw us, thank you so much. But back here at Crafters TV for Beautiful Beginnings, the final show of the day. In what is, of course, Club Inspire Week. Let's not forget about that, where you're getting extra discounts wherever you're shopping. If you're shopping on the web, or if you're shopping on the shows, if you're getting new launches, or if you're just picking up bits and pieces, you will get that extra discount. So for Platinum members over the course of the event, not 20% off, which is the price you'll see in that box when it comes up in a minute, but 25% off, plus everyone else within Club Inspire jumps up a level almost. So if you're bronze, you're going to get 10% off, silver 15%, and gold members are going to get that 20% off as well. Plus, of course, if you spend over £10 or $10, you will get the much sought after Club Inspire 2023 badge. Yes! All the cool cats are going to be wearing these. All the cool cats will be wearing these very soon. That's a bit hashtag awkward, isn't it? Because joining me for the third of 3 fantastic shows today, soon to be Cool Cat with her very own pin badge, is the lovely Sheena. How are you? How's it been with Craig today?
Great. I feel even better when I get my badge.
Yeah.
I thought that, you know, that was like a great badge.
Yeah, I would have thought you'd have, they'd have, you know, and you had the...
I know, yeah.
No.
Never mind. It'll be worth all the more when I get it.
Do you know what as well? My aim is, I know I've obviously got to stand here and obviously present with you, but my aim is trying to catch somebody's eye out there to get you a badge, because I know there's quite a few of them floating around.
Are there?
Well, because I filmed a little video for the event and they gave me a load, and they must be out there somewhere. I'll go and find you one in a minute.
Thanks, Ben.
But what we got coming up tonight, again, loads of your great hints, tips and mixed media ideas, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Give me some paper and some card and some mighty fine colouring products, and I'm a happy camper. And, you know, we have a plan, and then we go a little bit around the houses and we deviate just a tad, and then sometimes we go all the way around the world even, and then we come back, sometimes to the plan. But I will tell you that there will be some, lots of techniques. We're going to, I like the Beautiful Beginnings because I'm not going to assume a level of knowledge.
Never assume. Never assume.
No. Because you sometimes do that, you know, you do that, you skip forward, and you think, hang on, we've got people joining all the time. Brand spanking new to this whole crafting thing, this world of craft. So that's what I'm going to take it back to as well. While we're using it, I'll explain. So those of you who've heard it before, filter, just filter, let it go, just keep the bits you want. If there's any bits you want, fingers crossed, I'm hoping.
Well, I'm sure there will be, and do you know what? That is what Beautiful Beginnings is all about, giving you the opportunity to ask those questions. Like, you can ask the questions whenever you like. You know, there's never a bad time to ask what you might think is a simple question, but if you worry on any of the other shows in the week, this is the show to go, okay, well, I'm a beginner, I'm a newbie, this is Beautiful Beginnings, so this is my show. So please ask those questions away. Let's make it nice and interactive, as you guys always do. Get in touch, let us know if you've bought any of the products already and why you love them, and always feel free to fire any pictures in as well, because we love to see your inspiration. Few hellos before we get into it. We've got superstar Susie on the socials this evening, and already in is Carletta Morris, who says hello from Arkansas. Roseanne Carbone says hello from Massachusetts to Sheena, Ben, our social media superstar, the wonderfully talented team, and all my fellow crafters. We've got Dean and Charlotte in the gallery this evening. There you go. Hi. Steering the good ship craft. Laurie Barnett's in from Gilbert, Arizona. And Lynn says, hi, brilliant Ben. Super Sheena, hey. The amazing CTV team, and the wonderful social superstar Susie and everyone. Thank you, lovely Lynn. And Mary Beth Doyle says the first 2 shows were amazing. I cannot wait to see this one.
Oh well, let's hope we're on a roll. Let's hope we can, but do our best.
Let's hope that Sheena's on a roll. Sheena's on a roll. No, we won't do that. We won't. It's just gone no in my ear. Let's have a look at. Sorry, I was just distracted by Liam. Do we have any of these badges flying around anywhere? You know. Oh.
Yeah.
Sheena wants a... He's got far more important things to do. But I did say I'd ask.
Hour 34 then.
He's on hour 34. He's been working very hard behind the scenes. I should maybe have asked him.
I don't want it when he gets it. I'm not anything to do with that. Yeah. Pass it to me later.
Later.
When I see.
Let's have a look at today's Showstopper, shall we? The best of Sheena Douglas sounds like an album, doesn't it?
Yes, isn't it? Oh, can you imagine the hits that are on there? Mrs. Miller will have nothing to answer for. Oh, it'll be a classic.
Sheena Douglas sings the hits. The Bee Gees would be on there, wouldn't they?
Oh, it'd have to be the Bee Gees.
Mrs. Miller.
I was thinking of Massachusetts.
It's not an album, it's a crafting collection. It's basically made up of 2 amazing stamp sets, plus if you buy all the amazing stamps within this set, you get a set of our A3 multi-purpose card for free, which is fantastic. £40.26 is your platinum price, $50 for, they're all in tonight. Sarah's waving at me now, she's over on QVC Germany in an hour. $50.14 if you're shopping with us in the US and you're a platinum member. But take a look at all the stamps you're going to get here. I'll break it down for you because what you've got the ability to do, if you don't want to go for the Showstopper, you can go for this set of stamps here. So those beautiful florals come as one bundle. Again, what you get there is 4 huge sort of stamps to be starting with, and then all of the little flourishes to go with them. And then this bundle here comes as a separate bundle if you want to go that way. Shop the web, shop the day to see all of those individually. I've got to say, I absolutely love the gramophone stamp.
I love the gramophone. I love that kind of, that's the kind of ornament I like in a room.
Yes.
You know, not a little frippery. I like retro stuff.
Same.
A 60s record player as well would be cool. You could have a theme.
Yeah.
I think they're brilliant. Love them.
It's very me, this one, and I love that sentiment. Chin Chin worked quite nicely with our Roaring Twenties collection, that stamp, actually. I think that'd be very nice. You've got Let's Have Lunch, tea and cake with this beautiful stamp here, and then this one again, your old-fashioned telephone where you used to have to dial the numbers. We really need a catch-up. What a beautiful sentiment that is. Call me, and I miss you. The sentiments are lovely in that set.
Well, like the things that are real. I thought, what cards do I need to send? Yeah, those are the cards I want to send because I like to talk. Well, believe it, you might not know this about me, Ben.
Yeah.
But I do like to talk.
You
sometimes.
don't like to talk, do you?
Yeah, I do. Not one for the texting. Can't do the texting.
No.
I'm that texter with it. It's painful. Painful. By the time I've done it, the event's passed. If I try and get it on a thread, you forget it.
Well, you remember what they used to say in the BT ads? It's good to talk.
Good to talk.
Good
yeah,
to
exactly.
Talk.
That's
Bob
right.
Hoskins, wasn't it?
Bob Hoskins and Maureen Lipman did it with a...
You got an ology.
Anology.
So there's your Showstopper bundle. You're going to get your sheets of A3 cardstock for free within that set, which is quite remarkable. So 30 sheets. I would look at that and go to myself, well, actually, I'm getting 60 sheets of A4. That's how it kind of works in my funny little mind. But it should be £70, $89.64. Platinum price there is £40.26. or $50.14. But I tell a lie, because that's not your platinum price. That is your gold price. The platinum price is even less than that. You'll get your 25% off. That is $37.45, or if you're shopping in the UK, $47 $47.01. Incredible. So that's your Showstopper. Also on the show, because I know we're going to be using these like they're going out of style, the fantastic Duet ink pads. We have got the details coming up on the screen for you here. These, again, Sheena, I know you absolutely love. Details on the screen here, $49.60, $74.40. I will take you through all the colours that you are going to be getting. What is it that you love about these, and what's so different to any other ink pad?
They're the newest cool cats. They're like the new formulation kind of cool kids on the block of the stamping world. Yeah. Because they're the ones that are... they're duets, so what happens is the inks react, and they really do. I've got a background I created, and I created this background about a month ago, and I've just tested it to see how well it lifts with water. Wait till you see. I'm going to use that during the show so you can see. So they react with water better than anything. They lift amazingly well, like back to white card. They also react with each other. You can layer them. They work great on trickier surfaces. They work great on gesso, believe it or not. So I'm saying these would be my go-to mixed media ink pads, because some ink pads work well on card and things like that. And these, yes, you can use them on card, but if you can use them on a gessoed background, then think of like you know, altered art books, journal, or you know, you take a book and you basically gesso a page out and do a picture on it, Ben. Or you can use MDF or all bits of wood, and then you gesso them, and then you put your stamp and you do your picture on that, make it a wall hanging, make it a nameplate, anything like that. So you're breaking out of your papercraft world into the 3D world.
All of the colours you're getting here save your lemon meringue, so it's actually 11 that you're going to be getting, so you're not getting that one there. All of the other colours you're going to get. And just to show you too, if you've not seen these before, it's worth just showing you the actual design of these. They've got that sort of teardrop effect, which I think makes them nicer to hold in your hand. You've got that real sort of you know, easy hold with these. And great again, if you're taking these straight into your ink pads, if you're taking these straight into your cardstock, you've got that bigger end for those bolder swipes of colour. Then you've got that finer point as well for those more sort of little tiny nooks and crannies here. So you'll get all 11 colours that you're seeing here. So there's 11 colours are your rosy apple, spring buds and midnight mist, soft heather, vintage merlot, your raspberry ripple, waterfall, sailor's wake, awakening forest, your sunshine glow, and of course the sweet clementine. Do, 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 for £49.60 or $74.40. If you want to jump in and get those individually as well, you can, but that is a great deal for all of those fantastic colours, apart from, as I say, your lemon meringue, which is out of stock. Right, we're going to get into this. Hannah says, hello, you were on my actual TV. It was very exciting. I was on your actual TV earlier. It was very exciting for me too. Zoe says, evening from a drizzly West Sussex. Mary Pat's in from Montana. Marianne Rosie's in from Edmonton. And hello to Brenda Monroe, who's excited to see you.
Hey.
Lynn Morton, who lives in Newcastle.
Oh, she's a canny lass.
She is a canny lass. And Linda Armstead, who says, hello again from Maryland. And also just a request from Melanie D, who says, when Sheena is demoing, can we see how much water Sheena is using when doing her watercolouring?
I'll try and bring that into the shot then, yeah.
Keep the requests, comments and mentions coming in. But let's get on over. I guess we're going to be looking at the Duet ink pads first, are we?
Yeah, let's do that. Well, do you want to see some samples from
that? Oh,
yes. Bundle there? And before we go any further, Ben, I need to wish a happy birthday.
Forgot about this. Come on.
I have to say happy birthday to our little girl.
Yeah?
Willow is whole 6 today.
Aww.
Yeah, it's Willow's birthday, so everybody wish Willow a happy birthday for me.
And Willow is your, in case people don't know.
She's a cockapoo. She's our little cockapoo. Yeah, she's so cute. If you saw the remote live that we did a couple of weeks ago.
She was on it.
She was on there.
With her tennis ball.
With her tennis ball. She's never without the tennis ball.
Never without one?
Never without them. Never without them. But yeah, it's her birthday, so.
Is she watching, do you think?
Yes, she will be watching. Aww. She'll listen to every word.
Willow! Willow! Happy birthday. I am not saying the W word, Charlotte. That is just mean. Did you hear that? Say the W word.
No. Well, we should have had a squeaky toy, like what's her face does on the radio? Lisa Tarbuck. Oh. Have you not heard her when she does a squeaky toy? Oh, she does a radio show. It's really funny, actually. I like her radio show. And she has a squeaky toy and all the dogs bark all over the country. Squeaks the toy. Dogs go mad everywhere. Yep.
See, I would not do that.
Yeah, it's naughty. She's naughty.
Naughty, naughty. Anyway, let's look at your cards.
Yeah, I've got a card here. Lovely, beautiful, beautiful rose here. This is from that from the collection. And you know what? Isn't it weird that the A6 stamps, but that looks too big to fit on an A6? It's like a TARDIS thing.
Yeah.
But they do, because that's the way I've drawn them, because I want them to be wow cards. I want them to be impactful. You know, you can ruin many a good drawing by just drawing them and then shrinking them too much, and then you end up with something that's like a teeny little kind of an apology for an image. It becomes like a little confetti stamp.
That is incredible.
Isn't it? I know, yeah. Is it? And that's so this is, if you like that background, just heads up, the sparkle pens we've got on tonight.
Yes.
They're the two colours. I can tell you which ones they are. One of them would be the Harvest Moon. Okay. And the other one, well, I'll tell you now, so don't forget, just because we may as well, we've got the time. And the other one is Pink Garnet. That's it, those two colours. It's virtually all done. The green would be the Holly Leaf. Okay. They're the three colours if you like that card, and it is a wow card. It's totally blink-tastic if we get the light on it, but aren't the colours just amazing? Vibrant, stunning, gorgeous, and then you go much more subtle. You can use your pencils, you can use your pens, you can use your aqua pens. Oh, wow. It's lovely. Just mask one of them off. Yeah. and then stamp it again, and then you've got them growing as if they're on a rose bush, and that's a work of art, isn't it?
Absolutely
Put
incredible.
that on a wall. And then if you want to go a little bit just simpler, like a little bit kind of like you can make it a bit more grungy with a bit of line art. Then you've got the poppies. Oh, just random poppy. Then we're back to a rose. There we go. Just a little kind of like photo bomb the roses with the poppy.
Ooh,
We're not
pretty.
even onto poppies yet. We're onto hibiscus, so you can see.
And so that's used the little embellishment stamps to create the frame.
Exactly, and there actually you can make corners. Oh well, there you go. Just as I was saying, you can make corners out of them. So all these, when you get all of the stamps, there'll be embellishments on all of them. So you just mix and match them. Just put them on whichever one you like. You put them on. And again, the wording, the phrases as well. You wouldn't put the poppy wording on your hibiscus though.
No.
But you could put with the other ones, you know, call me on any of these cards as well. Or we really need a catch up if you're going to get that full bundle, for sure. You know, I'm always happy for a catch up or tea and cake. I'm your woman.
Yes.
I'm there.
With the tea and cake.
Oh, you can't get tea and cake with a text message, I tell you. If you could, I would be there the first. I'd be the pioneer of that one. Can you see it? So again, just all these samples, I'm just picking up a bit because we've got the other ones to show you yet. The ones that aren't florals, the ones that are more kind of like occasions, and also mail cards as well.
Yeah.
Because the other ones, you know, the telephone and things, I think they're really cool images.
So that's one half of the Showstopper as an individual bundle.
And then we've got all of these beauties here. So I love this bit of Pyramage, bit of like you know, flashback there with the Pyramage Julie's card, coloured in beautifully, I have to say. But look at the dimension.
That's
love it.
incredible.
How cool is that? But if you want to just don't do colour, just use one ink and look at that. A bit of your stenciling in the background, one ink colour, drag the colour out, fab, and even just change the colour up. And then you've got male card, female card. Look at that. Just by changing the ink colour you're using. How cool is that? Then we've got full colour. So retro.
Oh, that is brilliant.
So cool. And then look, I love this. Is my stummy favourite. I'm just going to say, because it says like keep calm and call me.
Yeah.
The little thing there. See the little like keep calm. Just a little. I mean, are there any more subliminal messages I could give people? It's like, how desperate do I look for Billy No Mates?
Billy No Mates card. Call me.
Everybody wants this card.
I miss
you. Can
you.
have it if you call me. And you can have the other one if you make me for a piece of tea and cake as well. There you go again.
Oh, I love that in the green and
cool,
yellow.
Isn't it? With the green, and then this one with a bit of pop art. Look at that. How cool. Like a cartoon.
Oh, it is like a cartoon.
Isn't it? Yeah.
That's
Kapow,
incredible.
I think Batman there with like...
Oh, it's Commissioner Gordon's phone, isn't it?
Exactly.
With the red phone, the bat phone.
Yeah. And then check this one out. Look at that. For Andy Warhol-esque card.
Yes.
Could be Campbell's soup tins, but no,
it could
it's the
be.
phone. Isn't that cool?
That's, yeah,
Just
brilliant.
It's a bit of paper piecing. So Sharon's cut the phones out of card and just stamped it. There's no colouring. That's paper piece, and fab. Love it. And then we've got the tea and cake. We cannot, you know, leave the tea and cake. I love these little cards here. Very, very genteel and quite very British afternoon tea. Yeah,
What? Chin chin?
Chin chin.
Yeah.
One would have one's pinky up and one's holding
One would have one's pinky up.
Sandwiches with no crusts. I couldn't possibly have crusts on them.
Cucumber sandwiches.
Cucumber sandwiches,
of course.
Dolly. Yes.
Yes.
Actually, you know, I had to draw the pineapple upside down. We've gone through the pineapple upside down cake thing, but yes, yeah, it's got to come back. That's my mission. Bring back pineapple upside down cake.
God, I've not had that for years.
Oh, it's got to come back. I'm going to make one. I'm making one. That's it.
Charlotte says do it.
Next time, I'll bring it pineapple upside down.
Yes.
So they have, there's plenty to play with for all kinds of occasions. But you know, the beauty is, they're a good size, they're a really decent size. The price is kept down because they're A6 format, so you've got the saving there. The photopolymer, which I didn't even mention yet, which is the top
of the
notch.
pops.
You can't get better stamps material than that. And they are going to lend themselves to any of your colouring products. So any of the stuff in the range, whether it's your colour blend, your pencils, whether it's your aqua blend pencils, whether it's your aqua markers, your alcohol markers, your inks, going to work with any of them. So whatever you like to colour in with, these will work for you.
Absolutely. We're going to get ready for that first demo. The Showstopper bundle there is everything that Sheena's just shown you with your free A3 white multi-purpose cardstock. If you just want to go for the individual stamps, you can, and you can break them down into those 2 smaller bundles as well. Loads of birthday wishes coming through for Willow.
Yay!
Oh,
Thank
Jane
you.
Quigley says happy birthday, Willow. Linda says happy birthday, Willow, as does Samantha Cheney and Lois. Happy 6th birthday, Willow, says Maria. She's watching.
She's watching. Oh,
Yeah.
Willow will be on her knee. Yeah, I'll have to find something on the way back to bring her back now, because she expects a treat every time I come in.
Hey, do you know what I've just thought of?
What?
No, it's your Willow's 6th birthday.
Yeah.
It's my Molly's 1st birthday today.
Oh.
Molly the collie. They share the same birthday.
Well, you haven't wished her happy birthday.
She won't be watching.
Will she not be watching?
She'll be too busy rounding something up.
I was going to say, you'll be in trouble when you get back.
Yeah,
So
no.
what's about all this? Willow's getting all this limelight.
I know.
Do I not matter?
No, it's fine. She'll be rounding a leaf or something up outside. She's very collie. I have a grandson, says Samantha, who turned 4 today. He called first thing this morning and said, Grandma, I'm 4. He was so excited.
Oh.
And hi, everyone from Cluj-Napoca, says Monica. Late to the party as I can't stop trying Sheena's watercolour technique with the landscape. First time trying, I'm hooked. Thank you, Sheena. I'm learning so much. And one more from Suzanne, who says, can I just say, Ben, that the previous 2 shows were amazing, so much so that my brain stopped working properly. I put a white wash and dry on, and when I went to check 3 hours later, I'd only put it on dryer mode. I had totally hot, dry, dirty washing.
Oh, nice.
That's what you call a hot mess, that, isn't it, I think?
Could be aromatic, nice.
Yeah. Never mind. Well, I cannot promise over the course of the next hour and a half or so that you're not going to do something absent-minded like that, because Sheena is just about to wow us with even more magic. What are you going to show us, Sheena?
Well, I'm going to draw the line again. I'm drawing the line again.
Okay.
You missed the drawing the line earlier.
I did miss drawing the line, but it sounds exciting.
I drew a line and that was it. And I'm going to do it again. And I'll tell you why. In the break, I thought the chance of the formulation, it's an ink formulation in the aqua markers. And it's an ink formulation in the sparkle pens. All right?
Okay.
So the sparkle pens, will it work the same way? Well, I'm here to tell you, wait and see. I'm going to do it right now.
Oh, right, okay.
So here's what we're going to do. So you want the strong colour. So I'm going to take some smoky quartz out of there, which is the dark brown one. I'm going to take some Harvest Moon. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have some aquamarine. Yeah. And I'm going to use possibly a little bit of holly leaf. I may or may not use all of those colours, but they're in the running, Ben. Yes. I've tried to bring the water just in the thing here, just so you can see there. It's a little bit tainted, a little bit tinted there, but it's fine. It's not going to, not going to matter too much. Okay. I should have cleaned it before the show, but I didn't. There's tons of it. It'll be fine. So I'm wetting my large brush before I do anything. Wet the large brush. Now I'm using, you know what? When I saw this, everybody will tell you, I thought, right, the Tiffany, totally Tiffany revolving...
Rotating design board.
Rotating design board, that would be the one. And I knew it would be amazing for something, but I couldn't quite think for my world, it's going to be a perfect fit. And then I realised it's for when you do watercolours, right? You need to move the paper around sometimes because you want it to run in different directions. You want it to go that way, you want it to go that way. That's what happens with watercolours. You'll see. When it starts running, you want them to go somewhere. What I've done though is I've taken the clip off and I've cut an A5 bit of watercolour card and put it on landscape. I've got another clip. Doesn't matter what it looks like, but that's going to hold my card in place completely there. Okay. And the reason I've done that as well, and not just one, is I'm going to do 2 backgrounds on one bit of card. Right? You'll see, it'll all become clear in a minute. But it's also, you know when you do your washy backgrounds, lots of water on any card, it curls up. It gets all wibbly wobbly and it's all over the shop and water pools and bits you don't want it to pool in. So you've usually got to tape it down each side, around the sides. This is holding it pretty well with just the clip, so it's saving me time. All right? Yeah. But I'm going to put it back to this orientation. I'm going to pick out, we're going to do it, let's do an autumnal kind of scene here. Okay. All right. I'm going to use these 3 here. Before I do anything, give these a shake because
shake to wake.
Just not assuming that everybody's seen sparkle pens. Sparkle pens are like a water brush. If you've seen a water brush, all of this here is filled with ink and mica and glittery, fine glittery wonderfulness, which gives it the sparkle, which is super reflective sparkle. All sparkle isn't equal, all glitter isn't equal, all mica is not equal. some of it just doesn't reflect like others, and that's where the quality comes in. But they will always settle as a solid. So when you store these, store them flat, because all the stuff that's going to settle is going to settle on a larger surface area.
Yeah.
So when you shake them, all that little turbulence you're creating in there is going to agitate that
it.
solid, and it's going to mix it up much quicker than if it's in a solid bit like that at the end of this thing. It hasn't got much room around it to get it moving. Yeah.
Just whilst you're shaking as well. So Jane's asking what card you're using now.
I'm using watercolour card. I'm using actually either watercolour card, the regular watercolour card, or the professional watercolour card is great.
And just a question on that from Lynn in Newcastle, who says, can you tell me, when using watercolours on cardstock, does drying the cardstock on the back have a different effect to drying it on the front? So is there a front and back to the cardstock or not?
With watercolour cards, usually there's one side.
Right.
And if you look, one side's usually got a little bit more texture than the other. It's funny, the bumps tend to go out a bit, whereas on the other side they kind of go in a bit. It's just a strange thing. But if you get it in the book, if you get it in the big book, which is under here, bear with, I've got it here. That book there.
Yes.
If you get it in there,
got that on the show.
Just make sure when you take them out, you keep them the right way up. Yeah?
Yeah.
Then you'll know. Even put a little pencil mark on.
That's a good idea.
Just up this way up, and then you'll know when you cut it down, because I never leave it in the book. I take it out and I cut it down into usable pieces. And so that's what we've got here. So here's what we're going to do, Ben. We're going to create a landscape. And I'm going to take the top off my pens that I'm going to use before I start. I've given them a good shake already.
Yeah.
And just so that they're ready to play nicely, I'm going to take brown and I'm going to draw a line across like that. Draw on the line. I told you I was going to draw the line.
I love it when Sheena draws the line, says Suzanne.
I might have just used orange then. Now bear with. Yes, I did.
Oh.
But that's okay. I wanted orange on as well. So no fear, no harm, no foul. There's the brown. And then I might draw a little bit of green down here. And then I might draw a little bit of blue under there. Look at me mixing it up. What am I doing?
What are you doing? What's going on here?
So what you do is you get your flat brush and you get a lot of water on this flat brush.
Yeah.
And you do that. All right? And what you end up getting, when you just keep going, you'll end up where you get a really cool blend of what looks like a landscape. You're going to get something different every time. So this is going to be very autumnal sky looking. See, I'm going to pull some out of there to make it look like there's clouds in there. This bit down here is going to be more of an autumnal lake.
Yeah.
That blue set a little.
It's like a forest on the back of a lake with like a. That's incredible. How have you achieved that? Just like that.
You put a little bit down here. And then you've got another little land mass down here, so you can have that can be like the foreground. So just, actually the brushes work really nicely when it's still wet. And then you can just drag that in like that, and everything's just doing as it should. It's just, don't overwork it, don't keep going on and on with it, just leave it, let it be now, let it be. Listen to the Beatles and let it be.
Yeah.
And then that there is going to create, depends how much this wicks up. If you want it to wick up a bit more, you can put more water on it. But I quite like that. That's like dense trees in the background.
Yeah.
You've got the lake, you've got a foreground. What you can do now, we could take some paper, and I don't know how wet this is yet, it's not that wet. So what I'm going to do is you can take some water and just take some bits out here like this now with a brush, a biggish brush, and just kind of circles kind of what you want.
I mean,
and then we can.
This is incredible, Sheena. I'm not being funny. From just a few lines, you've created a work of art.
Isn't it? It's drawing a line. Honestly,
draw the line.
What everybody's been saying. I've been drawing a line, and you're going to start these. And I bet you've got them all over drying. You'll be having them all over the house drying. Because one of those things that is so therapeutic to do.
Yeah.
Because it's just fun. Every one you do, it's going to be slightly different because the water's going to react differently.
So to do the cloud there, you've just added a bit more water, and dabbed away.
Yeah, and just dab it away. So a little bit more water, dab it, a bit more water, dab it.
That's
if you want to put a moon in the sky, it's the same kind of deal, but you can just keep going. Just circles for your clouds, biggish circles. And if you put less water on, you'll sometimes get like a less of a lift kind of thing. So it looks like it's in the background. I need to put some in there because I've got like a meteorite. That's a bit Spielberg there. So get rid of that one. That doesn't belong there. But that could be where, we've got a bird in there or something like that.
Yeah.
That will be fine.
My
but
goodness.
Then, overlap them. Look, you can see that we've got the clouds overlapping as well. Look, just have a little, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Play with them, and that looks more natural then when you've got little variations in the intensity of the clouds. You can, in the water, you could, if you wanted to give the impression of a like a light on the lake or whatever, you can start lifting some areas on here and creating a little kind of a moon glow or whatever.
This is just mesmerising. Corinne's watching. Hi, Corinne.
Hi, Corinne.
She's saying just wow is what our Corinne's just put. It is just wow. That's a good way to describe it.
Then, so what we'll do is we'll dry that bin.
Yeah.
And then we might put some of those grasses that we've got with these lovely stamps on. So
Yes.
I was going to do another one here, because basically what you do is you just take your board, you turn it around, pull that tight again, like that, and you do another one, bring it down that way. Then when they're done, you cut them up, and that's what I was doing earlier. So you could do another one back there. Let's do a simple one. Let's do just the brown. Let's do just a really...
Can we just do this for the next hour and a half? Because I am totally mesmerised.
Yeah. I don't know if I've used brown or orange again. I've got pens everywhere. Green, blue, that looks brown. Yeah, I'd use the orange again. So
Roseanne's just said she's blown away by this. And Elaine says, I did the draw of the line earlier and accidentally dunked my brush in my coffee.
Oh, no. Yeah, you
Took
got
the line
to
too
draw the
far.
line at that. Yeah,
Yeah.
draw the line at the drip. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So can you see how every one you do is going to be slightly different? You can change the colours up, and it's going to change the time of year. So now we've got all those trees reflecting in a lake like that. Look at this, how cool that is. So it's going to be, you could pop a bit of salt on there now if you want. You can just do, and this is where this little board comes in. So if it starts to run, you can turn the board so that the water's running the opposite way to where you want it. Yeah. Can you see how these are moving here by turning the board around? So just have fun. I need a little bit of time, Ben, if I can, to put this away, dry it, and then we'll come back and show you the next bit.
Okie dokie. Absolutely. Carolyn Wilson saying it is like watching magic. It is. And Lillian says, I bet there are bear in those woods.
I bet.
But there might be one creeping around in there. Hi again to Corinne. He says, hi, Ben and Sheena. Looks like tea will be late tonight. This is the thing. On these shows particularly, what you're going to find is that you'll just get lost, won't you? So mesmerising. Before you know it, like an hour's passed because you're just like checking out all these demonstrations. How incredible was that? How incredible was that? Just by literally drawing a few lines and then being able to create. And this is the thing, like if you've never given it a go, I mean, obviously Sheena's the master here, but what's the worst that can happen? You draw a few lines, it doesn't quite turn out the way you want it to be, but give it a go. Try this at home, and I think you're going to be absolutely loving using the sparkle pens. If you want to grab them, great deal tonight actually, because it works out that you're buying two and you're getting the third for free within the bundle. So £38.97, £56.97, not the price, £25.98 or £37.98. The gold price is £20.78 or $30.38. If you're platinum, you're getting 25% off this price here, of course, so that comes down even further for you this evening as well. So that's the gold price. It's £19.48 if you're platinum this evening, or if you're shopping in the US and you're a platinum member, the price is going to be £28.48. These are the three that you're going to get here. You've got your soft pastels, which brings you your rose quartz, your soft jade, and then your moonstone. Then you're going to get your essential brights, firefly, pink garnet, and your aquamarine. And then this one is the beautiful earthy naturals, where you're going to get your harvest moon, shine on, shine on. You're also going to get the smoke quartz, and you're going to get the holly leaf as well. Buy 6, get 3 for free, £20.78, £30.38, under £20, under $30 if you are platinum. Remember, it's all part of our Club Inspire week, where you're getting an extra 5% off wherever you are within the club. If you've not yet joined up in the club, join up to Club Inspire for free, and we'll give you 25% off your first order. Spend 10 and you'll get the free pin badge as well, which everyone is wanting to get their hands on. I think we're going to have another little look at that background. We can have a look at that, because Sheena's just dried that one up. Love this, Sheena, says Linda. It's like watching magic, says Carolyn Wilson. And amazing, says Lynn, the hashtag Go Live Granny. And Monica says it's so addictive. I have like 15 pieces Monica's got all over the room waiting to dry. Do you know what I've got a picture of in my head? You know the old-fashioned, when you used to develop photographs?
Yeah.
Like what was the room called?
Which one was that? The one?
In a dark room where people develop photographs.
When they had the photographs hanging up.
That's what I can picture people's craft rooms are like.
Like the development stuff. Yeah, brilliant. Right, well this one I'm going to leave, but I'm going to show you how we'll develop this other one. That one's a little bit more abstract. It had a bit more colour on than it's done. But we will, I'm just going to trim this down a little bit. So what I would say is use the trim around the sides a little bit just to neaten it up. And then we've got that really nice composition there now. And then we can go ahead and start stamping on that. So
great.
There you go. So we could lift some more colour out the clouds if you want, but I think that looks really quite pretty as it is, don't you?
Absolutely incredible.
So we could put a butterfly there, but I don't think it's butterfly-ish. I think it needs to be more grasses-like, Ben. So you can stamp with the sparkles as well, but I think, now these grasses are quite large, so I need to see if we're going to get one that gives the impression of being a little bit smaller. Bear with while I'm looking.
Whilst you're looking, I don't know, I've never been to like one of the Great Lakes, isn't it? Is it in like, they've got the massive lakes in America, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like Lake Michigan and, name another one, Ben. Michigan, Lake, not the Lake District, Dean. Dear, oh dear. Lake Ontario, I think, isn't there? But that, not that I've ever been, but that scene there just strikes me as to what they might look like with like that big forest in the background, maybe with Bigfoot running through.
Really, yes.
It's just an incredible, magical, Samantha, kind of scene that you managed to create there. Jane says it looks like the savannah.
Yeah, you could absolutely, for all whatever stamps you've got, you can make it look beach type thing as well. You know, depend on how you do that, how you approach it. So I don't know what these are going to look like on there, but yeah.
Oh, look good.
Pop a little bit of interest in the foreground and just try and, vary the height of them up a little bit. And I would definitely get my, actually, you know what, I don't want that big flower in all the time. If we can, I can try and catch that a little bit so it's just those guys. And then we could even just put some, and that's from the Wildflowers stamp set, Ben. And then what I would do is probably use something like my
art liners.
Wildflower Meadow, is that the one? Yeah, I would use the art liners to add a little bit more interest to the foreground, and maybe like a thicker one, so like the brush pen. So here you could put some little bits in to fill that in. See, just like this, as if it's just little grassy things. If you lift up, you've got the impression of, so it makes those look a little bit more natural, less stampy, by just adding the little bits of freehand grasses in amongst them. They look less static now, Ben, is what I'm trying to say.
You're such a whiz with these art liners as well, by the way. I think I said it to you before. You really do bring these into their own with the kind of effects that you create. You use them a lot, don't you?
I do, and they're really good go-to. Just get, they're so affordable. Get a set, and you're going to find loads of times when you go, oh, if you've missed a little bit on your stamp, and you go, oh, I didn't see that, and it's not on your repositionable stamping platform. You could just fill it in with your, with your pen or whatever. But there we've got now. Look at the bling on that.
Oh, come on!
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
Like, lovely shimmer. So you've got all that lovely. So all these little bits here, just put in with your pen. That little bit of impression with those grasses. I did cut mine up. So just be careful. I split mine up. They were all on one big sheet.
Yeah.
But if you're very careful, you can cut them up. And then you've got a really pretty technique there. So draw the line with your sparkles as well.
I mean, if you've not been blown away over the course of the last 20 minutes by watching that, you are hard to impress. I'm going to say that much. It's just incredible what Sheena does. It is like magic, it's like alchemy, it's like witchcraft. But all of these things that Sheena shows you, it's not like you're watching it and going, well, I don't understand that. I couldn't do that. It's all really easy to follow, and hopefully you're now getting the inspiration and going, well, I could do that.
Isn't it fab that people are already doing it?
Well, that's what I mean.
The previous show, you're already doing it. I love that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, Monica's got 15 pieces hanging up all around the room. Carolyn Hermley says, thank you so much, Sheena, for showing us how to with all your wonderful talents. And I say it again, like, you know, if you're picking up, you know, whether you're picking up the ink pads today, the sparkle pens, whatever you're buying and you're going to give it a go, watch these shows back, watch Sheena. And Sheena, if it doesn't quite work out the first time, it's not the end of the world. You've wasted a bit of cardstock, haven't you?
Card, you know, and even if it doesn't look like a landscape, it'll look pretty. You've got gorgeous colours on there. Put a little bit of stenciling over the top of it.
Yeah.
Use it. You bet it'll look cool by the time you're finished.
Lynn says different colours will give a completely different season as well, and impression every time. And like Sheena was pointing out at the start there, every time you do the effect, you'll create a completely different landscape, something completely unique each and every time that you do it. Linda Arms says, beautiful. Roxanne Hedrington says, she makes it look so easy. And Andrew says, the lakes, thank you for this. Lake Michigan, that's the one I knew, I think, wasn't it? Lake Ontario, you got that one. Lake Erie. Lake Superior. And Lake Huron.
Corran.
Huron?
Corran.
Corran? Huron. There are 5 Great Lakes in the US, apparently. Are the Great Lakes bigger than the Lake District lakes?
I think so a bit.
Are they?
Yeah. Even Windermere.
Ah?
Even bigger than Windermere.
Bigger than Windermere?
Yeah. Yeah, they're big.
Hey?
Well, it's America, everything's bigger, isn't it?
Everything's big, I suppose,
bigger.
isn't it, really? Yeah. I never got to Windermere, went to the Lake District because it was too busy, but probably bigger than Coniston Waters that we went to. Anyway, it's interesting to know. Samantha says, mind blown. We will fire more inspiration your way very shortly. Are we having a break? No, I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing next? What are we doing? Ink pads. Okay. We're going to have a look at the stamps. We're going to have a look at the stamps. Okay, sorry. I was a bit out of the loop there. So are we breaking or what? We're going to have a look at the stamps. So these were the ones that Sheena was just using a few seconds ago. So it was this set here, which is your Wildflower Meadow. These ones originally launched, didn't they, with our Duet ink pads, because you've got the stencils as well. But yes, you've got your kind of full scene right here, and then you've got within each set kind of like your little, you build up your backgrounds with these. That one's almost like a little ink splatter stamp, if you like. So quite nice to be able to kind of do your mixed media-y bits with those, to pop in your sentiments too. Things like until your dreams come true, dare to and dream. Then you've got this here, if you love your mandalas, majestic mandalas, this next set is called. So you've got your big, almost like background stamp. The good thing about this as well, of course, is that you can join these up. If you want to create bigger images, you'll see how this stamp here will join up with this here, so you can make bigger backgrounds. You've got almost like, I don't know what you'd call that sort of texture stamp there, but it's quite interesting. I don't know how you'd describe that.
It looks like a bit, would it be Hessian? Would it be
yeah,
like
sort of.
Cloth or something, fabric-y?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, nice if you like to kind of create your own sort of different backgrounds or add kind of like splashes of texture onto your projects. This one here, again, you're not going to go wrong with butterflies, are you? How stunning is that? Then you've got that sort of, again, sort of textured effect, smaller stamp background there, and some beautiful sentiments in there too. And wow, look at this one. That is your fairy glade. Once again, you know, if you want to create that whole scene, you can, but then you can use obviously individual elements. That one there this time is almost more like a little script font you've got there, and then you've got in your dreams, in magic and believe. So believe in magic, believe in your dreams. That, I think that's a great price for all of those stamps, £24 or $28. But if you are a platinum member, of course, that comes down even further for you. That would be $22.50. I think, if you're a platinum member. If you're shopping in the US and you're platinum, oh, yeah, that is a tough one to do. $26.25. It's Benny Vorderman this evening having to do the maths. And just very quickly to show you, it's paper you're after. We've got a buy one, get one half price on our premium watercolour paper pad. Let me preempt this question as well before we get it. So here, you're going to get 40 sheets, okay, 1678 or 1918. We obviously sell the watercolour cardstock in a pack of 15.
Yeah.
Is there any difference, or...?
It is a difference, yeah. And it's a difference you can't see.
No.
Oh, you know what? The more I've been using watercolours as a hobby and looking into it and researching it more, it is just, honestly, it's amazing how technical card is. Because you think, so basically you've got the wood pulp card, which is most of the card that we use, and cotton cord. So watercolour is usually like cotton cord. And then you get one which has got cotton content, which I believe this one does have. So there's a proportion of it, a bit of both, which means that they're more robust. The cotton is usually more, it stands up to a lot of, you know, when you do watercolours, you put washes on there, then you lift the washes, then you'll add another wash, then you'll add another wash, and it's got to stand up to a lot of wear and tear, Ben. That's what this is for. It's also to do with the size that's in the card. It's got sizing in it, which makes the watercolour react as it should. It keeps the colours vibrant. I tested, and this is no word, I had about 20 piles of different cards at one point over the past 5 years, and I tested all those cards with the same inks, same application. We had clipboard, we were like in a lab coat and a clipboard, me and Maria. Seriously, I was like, was there any more? We blended them with paper, with an ink pad, we put washes on them, and it's amazing to look at the finished results for patchiness, which you would imagine if they've got a high chalk content, you know about how it grabs, that hasn't. But the one that shocked me was the vibrancy of the colour. Yeah. The colour can become really pale and chalky looking, and it's down to the makeup of the card. So that just saying, I mean, it's probably like you're going, oh, should you ever stop about card? But I just wanted to share an insight into why it's not just card. It's so important, guys. The card's so important.
Thank you for that explanation. And it is the watercolour cardstock that you want to go for today. This is this bundle really, again, because you're going to get 40 sheets, buy one, get one half price. So $20.98, $23.98. But of course, that price there is the gold price. You'll get 25% off this price on the screen right there. Don't ask me to do the maths on that. A few comments and questions which we'll do when we come back. We are going to have a short break, but in the meantime, anything else that you want to ask, anything else that you want to see, you know that's what this show is all about, beautiful beginnings, getting those questions in, making it nice and interactive, and we'll come back with more magic from Sheena in around about 3 or 4 minutes time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in, you know, we see the same people, we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget, it's Club Inspire Week here on Crafters TV, so you can get your very trendy and fashionable badge when you spend over 10. We'll track... Yikes. I say what, if you don't, if it, oh, I just.
Thank you, Ben. Yay! You know what? I'm totally inspired now. I'll carry on. I will carry on.
Yeah, power up. I'll find another one. Yeah, you will get your pin badge when you spend over 10. I think Sheena deserves the badge after the demo so far. And remember, you get an extra 5% off as well wherever you are within Club Inspire just for the week. And if you're not yet within Club Inspire, what are you even doing? Join up. It's free to do. On the website, you get 25% off your first order. Beautiful, Sheena, says Stephanie. Absolutely stunning, says Roseanne. And Sheena, I've missed you and your creative instructions so much, says Kim Fisher. And LA Price says, Sheena, we need a book.
Yep.
I can't get enough of Sheena and her magic, says Heidi. Will she be doing any more acrylic painting at any point over the weeks?
Yeah, further down the line,
Yeah.
we'll speak to Leanne, and it could well be happening.
Yeah. Lynn says Sheena's demos are all amazing. She's so talented, and her demos are very inspiring. And Stephanie says, Ben, I heard it mentioned that you missed some epic shows earlier with Sheena. Craig's words, my thoughts too. I'm getting the feeling that I did miss out on a couple of absolutely epic shows. I wasn't just, in case you're thinking I was like feet up on the sofa, I was on...
No, if you couldn't be there, Ben, you know, just saying, if you couldn't be there.
Yeah, but I was...
You snooze, you lose.
I was still, I had to, if I could have...
Oh, yeah.
If I could have, I would have, but...
Yeah, they're right. Yeah, I believe you, Ben. Yeah, you've redeemed yourself, got the badge, forgot about that. Yeah, the lad's telling the truth.
If I could have, I would have, but Sarah nicked me to do the QVC extra shows because I would have been here because I'm always here for Sheena on a Wednesday. It just happened to be this week I was doing the other thing. Sheena, says Heidi, a couple of questions. Yeah. Which do you like better of the watercolour paper, the one in the packet or the individual sheets?
You know what? It's horses for courses. If I'm going to do a small topper, the one in the packet, I would use that. If I'm not going to do anything too blendy with the colours, if you know what I mean. If I want to do some good techniques like these and wet into wet and go bigger, a little bit bigger, I love the one in the pad. Then that's the one I keep. And if I could afford, if that's what's within your budget, and especially when you've got the deal on it, I would get that one. That one, especially if you're learning, because I always say don't compromise on your art product. Your card is essential. You know watercolour. You know watercolourists. You know what the top things. There's you've got your card, your watercolour, and your brushes. Do you know what the first priority is that they choose above anything else?
What is it?
The card.
Is that right?
The card is the first most important thing. Then the paints, then the brushes. So yeah, if you can afford, if you can do that, and especially when you've got the deal on, go for the big pad.
Love that. And again, thank you for all the great comments coming through. We've got a request, well, not a request, a question, which we're turning into a request for you, Lynn Bledsoe, in just a second. Hi, Ben and Sheena, says Stephanie. And also must say hi to Lois and Jane and Brenda, who will say, you're such a gent, Ben, giving up your badge. I wouldn't have given my badge to anybody else other than Sheena. So fine, but thank you for all of that, everybody. Right, so Lynn is saying, what colours would you use to do winter?
Right, well, we just thought, we said that, and then we thought, well, let's have a try.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what else I'm going to do. I've mixed it up slightly, guys. I know, guys, I've just borrowed a pen from the aqua tins as well, which is fine because you're probably going to collect, if you've got one, you're probably going to collect the other, I would imagine. So just because I want to give it a little bit more pop of drama.
Yeah.
So I've got the black from the essential set. So if you're going to get one set, if you saw me earlier, you'll see a lot of the things I'm going to show you, in case you didn't see the previous show.
Oh, no.
This was there, created from just the essential set. Just one black pen. There. The one black pen did all of that. Okay?
Was that just drawing a line?
That's drawing a line. That's just with one black pen. Using this bit to draw that one line, little bit here, little bit there, water, and then the bullet nib to draw the little details, the bulrushes and the little trees in the background. One thing. And with this one, they were the aquas again. So change the colour up, a brown line with a little bit of orange above it, and drew the line, a little bit of blue
incredible.
at the bottom, dragged it down, and then put a little tint of blue in the sky. And then, they're what we did. And they look so cool.
Is that? Please tell me you did some votes for demos. Are they the two winners? Are they?
Vote. That one won the last show. Vote.
Which one? The bottom one.
The two together. They together. We carried them as one because we had so many, Ben. So we had to bundle them.
They're both amazing, but that bottom one is incredible.
It's like it looks like a Dutch kind of vintage painting, and so autumnal, beautiful for that time of year with and just change the colour. Seriously, if you liked it with sparkle pens, it actually works better with the aquas, but you can do it with the sparkles. I mean, that's not exactly a failure with sparkles, but you get a little bit more definition of the feathering with the aquas. So we'll use a little bit of aqua.
Okay.
And we'll use the aqua pen, and we'll use this aqua sparkle.
Okay.
Blue. When we use the colour here, we'll use the aquamarine.
All right.
So I'll give that a shake.
This is for you, Lynn.
Yeah. So I've got my brush ready. Always have your brush ready because you don't want to linger, especially if you're doing a bigger draw the line, which we're doing a bigger draw the line. We're going right across there like that. And then I'm going to go right across it with this as well.
Okay.
So what I'm hoping I'm going to get is a combination of the two. So I want the sparkle and the look of the tree line.
Have you got a magic brush there, or are we all going to get this effect? Is that like a magic wand? You got a magic brush?
It's cool, isn't it?
It's so good.
And then if you drag that down here, hopefully you start to get the look of, where'd that blue come from? Do you see that blue? There's appeared there on the card. And then you've got a reflection that could be a wintry lake.
That's
but we
amazing.
can pop a little bit of a foreground, Ben. We put a little bit here, like this, and just keep it like a simple formula till you get used to it. We'll put a little bit of the blue there, and then we can drag this up. So we'll just pull that across again there, and then just nudge up to this, and then see how we've got the feathering going on.
I mean, I can understand why everyone says the first two shows were epic, because I feel that this show already inside an hour has been uber epic.
There we've got a lovely winter scene.
That's incredible.
And then we'll dry that, and then any of your the winter grasses and things would look so pretty, but that looks like a frozen lake. Let me dry this up for you, and we'll trim it, and then we'll come back if you've got anything to say, Ben, while I get this tidied up a bit.
Well, I don't know if I've got a lot to say, to be honest with you, because I feel like I'm picking my jaw up off the floor here. Yes, Anne on Facebook, witchcraft. That is a word I would use there, but I can promise you, seeing is believing here. There are no special effects, no filters, no kind of TV trickery. Everything you're seeing, I am seeing live in the studio. This is happening before your very eyes. That is not a special brush. There's no jiggery pokery.
No.
It's all what you can do when you get these items home. Even our superstar Susie on the socials is picking her jaw up off the floor. You just told me. Hannah says, Sheena, you really are our generation's Bob Ross.
Oh, fantastic.
Without the big hair, though.
And I'll take it. Yeah, I'm going to do that one week. I'm going to come in, I'm going to rock that hair. I'm going to get myself some flares.
Yes.
And I'm going to talk like this all the time. 2 bits of hair and a bit of hair.
They were, that was on BBC 4 last night, I think. They were repeating some of Bob Ross's shows.
I need to watch it. I need to channel Bob. I need to watch it and channel it in a Bob and come back to you and you'll be going, oh, isn't she mellow?
She's mellowed out. Oh dear. Wow, 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 says Nadine Illingworth. There are so many comments coming through tonight just about how great this show has been already. And we're only just into the second hour. Again, because we're live, because we're super duper interactive, anything that you want to ask, you want to see, ask us. And if we can do it for you, we will do it. Apologies as well if you can hear the next door neighbour bleeding through. Sarah's live in Germany next door. So that's, if you can hear anything, it's a bit loud sometimes, isn't she, Sarah? Hopefully we weren't that loud earlier on when you were next door, were we?
Oh, couldn't hear you, Ben.
Oh,
couldn't
good.
hear you. Got me badge. You were great, Ben. I could hear that, Sarah, but you were like quiet as a mouse.
Quiet little mouse.
Quiet as a mouse, pet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had I not got me badge, it'd been a different story.
So glad I gave you that badge.
Yeah.
By the way, if you do want to send in any pictures of your lines, let us see those. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I only say that because Monica says, Ben, I've sent a picture of my first try with the line technique.
Oh, cool.
To the studio. So we will hopefully have a look at that a little bit later on this evening. All right, look at this now. That's
fantastic.
So good.
So now we can put some little things in. You can put some little ideas of little trees just in the background using the bullet nib. If you wanted just some little bits in the background and make it look like you've got little, so not much at all. Again. And you just want impressions, just impressions. Don't even join the branches up. Because that's what you get when you look in the distance. You just get the kind of the odd branch showing through and things. And you don't have to do the whole thing right the way along either. You just do a few. I mean, I could continue with that, but it's going to take a bit more time. But then you can put little things in the foreground as well. Little.
I tell you what, we are just going to have a short little break for a second. There's a few sort of tech issues. So I think what we're going to have to do is to stop the show where we are. We'll pause.
We'll come back.
And then we will come back. Will it be on a different... Okay, so apologies. We've done a few tech gremlins today. So when we come back, we'll be on like a different stream, if you like. So wherever you're watching us, you'll just need to refresh, and we'll come back on that stream in just a second. We won't do anything else until that moment, but apologies, and we'll come back in about 3 or 4 minutes' time.